not just the president, right? Congress people and senators as well. So
Definitely.
Fiorella was on Twitter, decided that she was tired of Elizabeth Warren's bullshit and everybody being convinced that everybody being convinced that Elizabeth Warren somehow progressive. People keep putting her name with Bernie and Tulsi and AOC and all that good stuff. And Elizabeth Warren has some interesting takes about climate change. It was really weird link was made. Can you go ahead and talk about that, Fee?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, Elizabeth Warren is trying to call the imperialism something good by saying that we need some sort of green imperialism. She said climate change is real, it's worsening by the day, and it's undermining our military readiness. More and more, accomplishing the mission depends on our ability to continue operations in the face of floods, droughts, wildfires, desertifications, and extreme cold. So, I don't know about you, Niko, but what I take from reading this is she's saying we need to keep our military strong in order to help climate change. And for me, that is the most ridiculous thing in the world because war is the number one thing that destroys our climate. It doesn't only destroy our climate by the amount of this like shit that it puts out in the air, but it also destroys the farmland. It destroys populations. It destroys ecosystems that are interdependent on each other.
It releases a shitload of carbon into the air.
Oh yeah. So even if you have, nobody's going to care. The people that you're bombing aren't really going to care if you have like green recyclable missiles. It's ridiculous. That's literally what she's saying. She's trying to push this green imperialism.
Electric tanks, guys.
And Mike Gravel shot back. Mike Gravel shot back real nice. He said, damn, gotta love the new centrist consensus on climate crisis. Get hyped for green imperialism.
Wow.
And that was directly at Elizabeth Warren because she's literally trying to get everybody to agree that, yes, let's push for green and the Green New Deal, but simultaneously let's kill everybody in the process, right? Like while we push for this, it's ridiculous. And you know why I'm pissed? Because a lot of progressive outlets are constantly pushing Elizabeth Warren above Tulsi, and I don't understand how they can even get away with continuing to do that with this.
It's a shame, Niko, because we could have made fun of her for her stupid tweets a couple days ago about her not wanting to go on Fox, which her reasons are okay. Listen, that's fine. But how the hell do you say all that stuff about Fox and then not hold MSNBC and CNN accountable for their horse shit? Like, Fox stands a fucking loan. Give me a break with this woman. And you know what? I asked the campaign. Tulsi's campaign is open to a town hall debate on Fox. In fact, they're actively seeking it because they're willing to talk to all sides. Once again, we love you, Tulsi.
Hey, look, Warren, you know how y'all know how I feel about Warren, and my audience, you know how I feel about Warren at this point, but it needs to be said once again. Warren is not your damn friend. Stop calling her progressive. She has taken first of all, she used to be a Republican, right? Straight up until 1996, which is well into her adulthood, in case you didn't know. So she was able to get away with that because she lives in Massachusetts, and people have a lot of change of heart in Massachusetts, and their party isn't really representative of what they stand for. Cool, got it. So let's fast forward. Where was Warren at on Standing Rock? Oh, that's right. She was not. She was literally not there at all. What did she? Oh, it was even worse than not being there. We should let the workers work and the people protest in peace. So what? Yeah. What the? Okay, so there's that.
Once again, how it plays out.
We'll see how it plays out, and of course, the entire time taking corporate money. Yeah. Got it. So when did she start advocating for Medicare for all? That's right. When she started running for president, and then she backtracked that, and then she was for it again, and then she backtracked again. Okay, so she's not for Medicare for all. So that's that too. And now all of a sudden, because she says she doesn't want to take corporate money during the primary, all of a sudden she's progressive. That is how low our standards have gotten for progressivism, is that she doesn't want to take money during one part of the election, because on TRT she said so clearly, well, yeah, okay, so we have to make sure that we're taking all the corporate money we can get. We have to haul in all the possible money we can get to take on Donald Trump. Yeah, we have to fight. Yeah. So basically well, I'm just going to not take money. She literally is telling you straight the fuck up. I'm not taking money because I want to convince you all I'm progressive. In the moment I cannot be that again, I'm going to literally be as neoliberal as I can possibly be to win the election. And then she's going to be the first president in history, everybody, the very first president in history to not do what her corporate donors tell her to. That's what she's trying to convince us. Yeah. And so when I'm seeing these clear attempts to try and trick the progressive movement into thinking she's even a viable third choice, even close to a viable third choice, it's laughable. And there's people who they have the same damn search engine as I do. They look like they might use MacBooks too. Maybe they don't, but they at least know how to use DuckDuckGo. Boy, don't ever in your life put Warren with Bernie and Tulsi and even AOC in the short tenure that AOC has for her slip-ups. She's 29 years old. Warren, a grown-ass woman who's been in the game for a long time, and she knows how the game is played. Yeah. I can forgive AOC for slipping up. I can't forgive you for endorsing Hillary Clinton before the most important election of the entire election season. And when you've been you was dangling a carrot in front of progressive the entire time, trying to gather support, whereas nobody would have even known what your name was nationally unless they didn't think it was possible for you to endorse Bernie. You rode that wave all the way to Clinton having that one-on-one meeting with your ass, and you thought that you were going to get the VP spot. You thought that you were going to have a key position in the campaign. It all fell downhill. Now you're trying to run for office, and now you're trying to pretend progressive and think because you throw out climate change that all of a sudden we're going to support the military-industrial complex. Kiss my ass. Get out of here. Sorry, y'all.
No, but you're right. And you know what else is I spoke to one of my friends who was involved on the Occupy movement a few years ago and yesterday, and he was saying how Warren did really nothing with the the Consumer Protection Bureau. Mm-hmm. She really, it was just like a show. She whacked her finger. None of those people were really helped out, and it was just bullshit. And he was like, people give her way too much credit for that. She really didn't do much to actually help the people. He was an activist. His name is Carlos Marroquin. He actually went and occupied people's houses so they wouldn't take it. And he's just like, I have no love or trust for Warren because a lot of people give her credit for that, and she really didn't do shit. And that's one of the main things that people always talk about. Oh yeah, well, she did this. It's like, well, actually, she really didn't do much.
No, these establishment progressives or progressive establishments, you know who we're talking about. The fact that they'll talk up Elizabeth Warren and won't even talk up Tulsi. They'll bash Tulsi when Tulsi walked away when everything was on the line, and Elizabeth Warren stayed hiding in the fucking bushes until it was fucking opportune for her to come out to gain power. There's a big difference. You made a great tweet about it. And I just want to reiterate that again because that was disgusting, and I'll never trust Warren and stuff.
And I'm telling you, and I'll tell you that, and for those of you who don't know, it's because those same people who are firmly in the Bernie camp and are trying to put on a face like, oh no, we're just trying to let democracy prevail. Yeah, that's right. No, the reason they support Warren is because Warren doesn't have a snowball's chance in the devil's balls to win this damn election because she is not even. Spot. Yeah, she's fighting for a cabinet spot. She's no challenge to Bernie. And so they're okay with pretending as if she's some type of because they get to do videos about some of the nominal shit she does, but they don't have to worry about her interrupting Bernie's groove. Tulsi, on the other hand, to be honest, is a problem for Bernie. Bernie knows this. Bernie supporters know this, which is why they constantly malign her and try to relegate her to being Secretary of State or VP. I'm a person who believes in letting democracy prevail because we've seen time and time and time again, anytime we try and usurp democracy, every single time, it turns out bad for the American public. Even when you thought that there wasn't a problem, even when you thought the correct thing happened, it still becomes a problem, right? So, for example,